Hi, I'm Jim Brissette. I'd like to dedicate this story to Guy, Milt, Barry, and Richie. So I don't know who was more surprised that summer night in 1980. The man who showed up in front of the Howard Johnson's Motor Lodge in Greenfield, Massachusetts, right off Interstate 91, exit 26 at 2 a.m., completely naked. Or me, the 20-year-old desk clerk, home from college that summer, working the midnight to 8 shift, and being the Good Samaritan, unlocking that front door, letting the naked stranger in, and handing him a towel. He was a pretty good-looking guy from the waist up, really tanned, looked about 40. He had this wavy blonde hair, and I asked him, what, are you a guest here? And he said, I was sleepwalking. I think I'm a guest here. I don't know my room. And I'm looking at him. He's starting to shiver because, it's a hot summer night. I've got the air conditioning cranking. Who has air conditioning in New England in 1980? So I'm taking full advantage of it. He's shivering. He's holding onto his towel tight. And I can tell he just wants to get back to his room, or if he really wants to get back to any room. But I have to make sure he's really a guest. I'm responsible for 100 rooms. There's more than 100 people, and I hope they're all sleeping right now. So I go over to the room rack, which is, back in those days, that was a room where every slip of paper had a guest name, all typed up. There was no computers then. And I look up his name, and I'm going to just call him Mr. Bradford. I don't want to give his real name, Mr. Naked Bradford. And sure enough, there's a slip of paper with his name on it. M/M Bradford, naked, room 115. And I know the room. I've worked here as a desk clerk since I was a sophomore in high school, believe it or not. It's a ground floor room, faces the parking lot. It's got a sliding glass door that you can go in and out to your car. So he's a little antsy, but that's still not enough for me. I want to be sure. And I say, Mr. Bradford, I'll be glad to show you your room, because I know he doesn't have his key. And I just say, when you go down there, I'd like to see, your driver's license just to be sure everything's okay. And he just nods because he wants to get going. And we go through the all-glass lobby, through an all-glass corridor. We go past the candy machine, past the soda machine, past the ice machine, past the cigarette machine. It's 1980. And we get to room 115. And I pause because if you've ever worked in a hotel, you do not know what you're going to find when you open the door. Richie tells me one night, I give these guys some extra towels, and what the fuck? There's a dead deer hanging up in the bathroom, bleeding all over. I open this door slowly. There's no deer. It's not hunting season. But the room is a complete disaster. Big mess in a tiny hotel room. This is 1980 style. Liquor bottles on every counter, every space, soda containers, food containers, newspapers, and of course clothes strewn all over the place. And on the far bed, sprawled out on the bed, a naked woman. I don't know if she's passed out. I don't know if she's dead. I go over to the sliding glass door, which is wide open. I shut it. I lock it. I shut the curtain, and I use this time to kind of check on Mrs. Naked Bradford, because I'm thinking, the room rack slip doesn't lie. M/M, Mr. and Mrs. By this time, Mr. Naked Bradford has been rummaging around, and he pulls out his license finally. And he gives it to me. I look at it. Yep, sure enough, it's him. It's even got the picture of his flowing hair. And being the good desk clerk, I say, is there anything else I can do for you tonight, Mr. Bradford? He just says no, and he hands me the towel. So he's naked once again. He slumps on his bed, and I say, well, thank you, sir, good night. And I go out the room, gently shut the door, and I've got just a towel in my hand, no tip. You know, I'm a poor college student. I'm hoping for that tip. But anyways, I have thought about this story. It's been 39 years, and it's made me realize that I'm probably not that good Samaritan I was when I was 20. You know, if a naked man showed up at my front door, I'm probably calling the police on my cell phone. And that kind of does make me a little sad, a little disappointed. And this all popped up because just a few weeks ago, the Howard Johnson's Motor Lodge in Greenfield, Massachusetts, off Interstate, exit 26, completely torn down. And I did never see Mr. and Mrs. Bradford naked or clothed ever again. Thank you.